girl.
This is Admiral Biatch to base camp. This is Admiral Biatch to base camp. It seems the stormtroopers have gone on strike and I have no experience with this type of shit. Who should I call for help?
It's the B to the A to the D-E-R. Reconstructing the Death Star with my slick suede suit that's black like tar. Fucking you up no matter who you are.
Tell the motherfuckers about the shit dark side. Pull up on your planet Death Star, drive by. Fuck them evil rebels cause their skills ain't shit.
Get my TIE fighter zigzag stay lit.
Oh shit! Yoda on the city, 900-year feet, smoking Dagobah green. Bitches on my tip like Lando on liquor.
Aw, you're just jealous cause my black dick's thicker. Yo, tell him Chewie last night I had Leia all drunk, one to do me.
Shut the fuck up, man. Leia's my sister. The only thing you're getting is a beat-off blister.
Luke, use the Force before intercourse, but Luke, don't forget, bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks.
Obi-Wan, I'm the Top Gun. The chosen one, hotter than both sons. Vader ain't shit, his head's cut up and split. He's slower than the first Pentium chip.
Shit. The one brings it worse in this fucking universe.
Rebel. You know we'll fucking win, cause we'll fight till the end.
I can feel the anger dwelling within you.
Rebel.
You also feel Vader's dick in you, biatch.
Piecza condona. Gisa magia. Bunda la gista. Canto Jabba.
Jabba, you ain't nothing but a fat ass slug. Fake gold chains, you sorry ass thug. Sitting in your palace with your blue-headed whore. Trapdoor to the Rancor.
Oh, my goodness gracious me. I'm a gay man's golden fantasy. Programmed for homo ecstasy. 10 billion forms of gay positioning. For my golden shower, you must pay a fee. But R2-D2 gives it up for free. R2-D2, watch your language. Always having sex with robotic strangers. Misa like to drink and smoke all night. Misa like to fight and fuck your wife. Misa don't care cause Misa so dumb. Misa will fuck you with me thumb. Misa wants a Misa cause a Misa wants some. Misa wants a Misa cause a Misa wants some. Misa wants a Misa cause a Misa wants some. Misa wants some cause Misa wanna come.
Awesome sauce. Hello, everybody. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your mentally undeveloped party host, Blind Adam Wonders, the comic pimp. And I want to wish everyone a beautiful Wednesday night. I want to wish everyone an amazing and blessed and profitable New York Comic Con weekend. Before we get into the heart of the matter, I'd like to thank some sponsors and give some special shout outs. And then we're going to bring in our guest, bring JV, the master of ceremonies, the man of the chair in. They go kicking ass and taking names, pimping horse and gaining fame. Testify. I'd like to thank the official pizzeria. The official pizzeria of Awesome Sauce Radio is DeMarco's Pizza. DeMarco's Pizza is the greatest pizza in the northern New Jersey area. Their food is nutritious and delicious. Their pizza is a perfect orgy of mozzarella and sauce and crust. It is just the bomb. They're at 1926 Union Valley Road, Utica, New Jersey, 07421. 973-728-1344. You have an event or a party you need catered, and they cater everything. Anything and everything. Their amazing food can be catered at. Chicken tenders, French fries, the mozzarella sticks, the cappuccino. But DeMarco's Pizza, 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey, 07421. 973-728-1344. If you mention Awesome Sauce Radio or Blind Adam, you get a free order of garlic knots on the house. Tell Blind Adam sent you. I love DeMarco's Pizza. I've been enjoying their food since 1986. And it's one of the few places in all West Milford / Hewitt that I still feel home at. And I can go back to a time when it was nothing about comic books and girls' titties and pizza. So 1926, Unionville Road, New Jersey 07421 973-728-1344. Love those guys. Then we're going to thank our good friends, and I know that the guest of the show is going to like this, Darian. It's Comic Pop Collectibles on eBay /Comic Pop Collectibles. If you're at New York Comic Con, you can get this at their booth. It's the Elvira Harley Quinn #1 New York Comic Con exclusive, drawn by Bill Morrison. This is limited to about 1,000, and it's $15 plus shipping, or it's $15 at the convention. One of the cheapest conventions on the entire show floor. There's a lot of variants, but this is like my favorite, by my friend, my mentor, one of my oldest friends in the comic book industry. Love you, Lauren Becker. Everyone go check out the New York Comic Con booth through Comic Pop Collectibles, eBay /Comic Pop Collectibles. The Elvira Harley Quinn #1 by Bill Morrison. Get them while they last. They're only $15. Also want to give a shout out to the greatest convention on God's green earth. It's coming. It's about 2 weeks away and change. It is, just porn stars and seminars and titties and ass and photo laps and alcohol, marijuana. Girls Getting Free Friday night, October 24th, 25th, and 26th. Just that out, the greatest adult entertainer of this generation, a generational star, Blake Blossom, is on the guest list now. This is Maitland Ward's first New Jersey Exotica. I cannot wait. I will be there all weekend at the Portino the movie booth. I don't know our booth number yet, but exoticexpo.com. I'm going to be there. JV will be there. And there'll be titties, ass, all those beautiful kinks and fetishes, and getting kicked in the nuts. It's going to be awesome. ExoticExpo.com. Tell them by that I'm sent you. Cannot wait. It's 2 weeks away, brothers and sisters. I want to give a shout out to Calamity_Collectibles. He's eBay on Calamity_Collectibles. He spells collectibles with an A because he's stupid. And he wears a retarded looking yellow, orange and yellow vest like he's a traffic cop. That's not fun to make fun of Mark when he's not on the show. Gotta bring him back. But if you want to get the only store exclusive, the only retailer variant of a banned comic book, a comic book that got recalled, Red Hood #1, you can get this. There's a trade dress for $125. There's the foil for $250. So it's eBay Calamity_Collectibles, spelled with an A, which annoys the shit out of me. Yeah, I said it. I love that guy. I'll be seeing him tomorrow. So just go to eBay /Calamity_Collectibles. He's got over 7,000 items. Annoy him. I would appreciate that. And of course, we cannot end the show. I'll probably go there tomorrow night to get myself a birthday lap dance and some birthday nachos. If you're going to be in the New York City area, if you're at New York Comic Con and you want to go to a great strip club afterwards, you go to Flash Dancers.
Hello, darling. Welcome to your new favorite club. You are a hard worker, so you deserve a good place to replenish yourself. Our bartenders will take great care of you, while our sexy ladies help spice up your night. Bring your friends, or make new ones here. Flash Dancers, come join the party.
Go to Flash Dancers and Party 365 24/7. It is a place. It's heaven on earth, baby. West 45th between 10th and 11th Avenues in New York City. And that's how I'm sent you. Flash Dancers. Now, before we get into the menu, the heart of the matter for tonight, First, I want to welcome back to the Awesome Sauce Radio stage. He's a writer, podcaster. He's a fellow member of Comic Crusaders. Shout out to Al Mega and ComicCrusaders.com. Love those guys. Well, he's got a new comic book coming out. He's got tons of projects. He's had a hell of a year. The nemesis, the one, the only David Howard.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? And by the way, you sold me, man. You were talking about stuff on there. While you were doing the intros, I hopped on over to Comic Pops Collectibles and eBay and bought myself a Batman Elvira #1 there, or a Batman Harley Quinn Elvira. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for doing that. Like I said, depending on how many he brought, I don't know how many I'm being gifted for doing the promotional for it.
Mm-hmm.
If any at all, because he only got them like the day before he left. He made this big Facebook post being, I
had actually seen that cover and I was interested in it anyway. And then you mentioned it. I was like, man, I'm popping over there and grabbing one. So
yeah, like I said, that's like probably in my top 3 out of all the variants that were done for it.
Yeah.
I know it came out last week. You have a chance to read it yet? Because I know you're the biggest Elvira fan on the planet that I know of.
I have not. I have not been to a comic book store in a while. I have not gotten my list of comics and novels that I have to read is getting dangerously high. Like if it fell on you, you could seriously get hurt. I've just been so busy and so swamped with life and life stuff that's kind of like tangential to life and then like work stuff and writing and everything. It's like I haven't done a whole hell of a lot, man. When I get the chance to relax, I'm either like I just chill out and listen to music, or I like actually try and catch up on some TV shows that I want to watch or something like that, or a movie. And that's like the extent of what I've done. I haven't really gotten out of the house to do much of anything at this point, including.
No, I hear that, man. I know the 3 of us. What's up, JV? I guess we got JV's back this week.
Oh, I'm here too, my bad guys.
But no, I hear you. It's been a hell of a year for us all, both physically, mentally, financially, spiritually.
Yeah, definitely.
So, that's the reason tomorrow. It's just like this is the first year it came very close to me not going to New York Comic Con at all. I was like, I'll just take this year off and go next year. And then my buddy over at Calamity Collectibles he's like, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is I cannot get an extra exhibitor pass because I can get you for a couple hours as a birthday gift using one of my pro passes.
Okay.
And I thought about it. I was like, I was like, you know what? Checked with other members of my family. I was like, everyone's working. I was like, yeah, I'll just go out for a couple hours. It did me good to get the hell out of the house.
Yeah.
Touch some grass and, like I told a friend of mine, any day to go into the greatest city in the world, is a good day.
Well,
we all got to do that down the line, I struggle with it too, as you know. I only work 2 days a week. I'm in the house 4 days, and the fact that I really can't do much financially, you still gotta find a way to like force yourself out and like.
Yeah, so I was just like, this is more like, it's like, you know what? I need to start getting back into the city on a regular basis. I was like, it's like get your ass out there. So when I was like, oh, this was just the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I've, for as bad as this year has been for all of us, at least for me, I'm coming out the other side, and I feel like things have gotten better because of the hard times. It's like I found out that a lot of what I've been struggling with for years, and I didn't even think about it, was PTSD from my time in the military. And, I was like, I just figured it was normal that I didn't like being around crowds of people. If I went in a restaurant, I always had to have my back to the wall, all that fun stuff,
Yep.
And so I've been working with some people to help me through all that. And long story short, I'm involved, and I've found a number of reasons. Even though I write books and comic books and all the other stuff, I've never been to a Comic-Con as an exhibitor, because I was like, really, I just wanted to avoid it. I didn't want to be around the people, and it was just a lot of people and a lot of stress. But I worked up to it, and next year I'm going to be going to 4 cons as an exhibitor. So, and
That's
then
awesome, man.
yeah, and they may. I'm in the lottery to go to San Diego. I don't know that I want to go to San Diego as an exhibitor because it's a lot of money, first of all, and it's like you have to sell a lot of books.
That may be throwing yourself right into the fire pit.
Yeah. So basically, the way they work it out here is if you apply for WonderCon, you can get applied for San Diego as well. So I'm in the loop for WonderCon, and it looks like it's a pretty good bet I'll get WonderCon, and I'm going to LA and Long Beach, and
I was thinking of just because it's an excuse to go to LA and set up some meetings and do some stand up while I'm out there around the time of the LA Comic Con, and that's one of the few conventions out in the West Coast. I have a lot of friends who do the show every year, both in the comic book and the cosplay community, and it looks like such a blast. So I definitely think that's going to be one of my shows that I'm going to go to in 26. Like I said, some porn meetings around it, and hopefully in the rules for doing open mic night at, say, the Comedy Store, and things like that haven't changed in 20 years.
Yeah, I really like WonderCon as well. So, which is the one that's in Anaheim by Disney. So you got to be near the mouse, but it's all right.
Oh boy!
Yeah. So,
you want to talk
yeah,
things about me, damn it? I'm the mouse.
I actually went to San Diego for the first time, to San Diego Comic-Con for the first time ever this year. So I went down there and I met Almega, and holy cow, man, too many people. So I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. So I was like, too many people, too many crowds. So
yeah, I was just using my only thing is just like with Javits every year. It's that same thing. To a point where it's just the crowds and like it makes Exotica and
It's
even
like
AVN
quadruple
look
what
like little flea markets.
yeah. See, I've always wondered how that works in New York, though, because like I know here at San Diego or WonderCon, it's like everything is spread out, just like California. So it's like one place and you're just walking forever versus I've heard, like, isn't New York Comic Con in several different
Javits is like 3 floors worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of it on the main floor. And then like Artist Alley's in the for example, Artist Alley's in the basement.
Okay.
So you gotta take elevators and escalators and typical New York bullshit, but it's cool.
Yeah. I haven't been to New York in years, so I don't know what it's like anymore. In fact,
like I'm gonna talk to Almega and see what the deal is as a Comic Crusaders team is for San Diego this year.
Yeah.
And
I would like to go. I'm talking to him. I would like to come back there to the East Coast. So I'm thinking of trying to get to a con in either Rhode Island or Massachusetts or New Jersey or something. So,
Rhode Island is it's not the greatest comic book show in the world, but it is an amazing pop culture event.
Yeah. So
their comic book side of things has improved in the last 2 to 3 years.
I'm just trying to, little by little expand my horizons and build slow and get out there and meet people and try and build a following around all the stuff I'm doing. So,
Yeah. So what have you done since the last time you were on?
Yeah. So that's a good question. Well, Space Monkeys is coming along. I don't know if I had told you, but I made a decision. I am now not just a writer. I also do digital color. So, and I've been doing graphic design. and I'm actually been getting jobs doing that kind of stuff now. So for the longest time, I was like, I'm not professionally trained as an artist. I can't be an artist. I know how to write, but I couldn't do artist type stuff. And anyway, long story short, I decided to do the digital color on Space Monkeys, as some people have seen it and they really like my coloring style. And so I've gotten some work doing that as well. So, I may even try my hand at drawing eventually. So, that's
Oh,
a ways
wow.
away. But, it'll be a ways away. I want to get a lot better than I am now.
All
I
right,
mean,
so you got me. You got my support for Space Monkeys on the retailer level, and
Yep.
we're going to show. If JP could please bring up, the images, that would be awesome. All
I think I have the first one pulled up. So
right, cool. So
double check.
if you can explain exactly what we are looking at, because I know
All
exactly what this is parroting.
Yeah, so for everybody who doesn't know, Space Monkeys, this is the black and white. I just got these pages. I got to color them. But Space Monkeys is a parody. It's a parody of Star Wars, Mel Brooks, Star Trek. What else do we have in there? Kroll. I mean, I've got all sorts of things, but it's all tied into one cohesive story that I'm writing about the Space Monkeys. But some of my favorite stuff, and you know me, Adam, I'm a complete I'm snarky and sarcastic and everything. So of course I love Kevin Smith's work, and I love Jay and Silent Bob, and I love Mallrats. So that first picture is obviously a throwback to Silent Bob's blueprint on how to take down the stage for and fight LaFleurs in
All right,
So,
awesome.
yeah, that
'cause,
one right there.
That is one of the classic scenes in Mallrats.
Yeah. And not only that, so we've got that going on. And then in the other page that you threw up, that's one of the new black and white pages as well that I got a color. This is when you first meet Blunt Might and Sonic. Those are their names in the comic. So
Blunt Knight and Sonic.
Blunt Might,
Blunt
MITE, and
Yep.
Sonic, and they are the Leonardan prophets in the comic book. And that
nice
is
little Dogma reference there.
Yeah, that is actually how they're referred to. They are the Leonardan prophets. And as you can see, when we first meet them, they have been frozen in carbonite and thawed only upon being needed. And one of the things I love is I told the artist, I said, you need to freeze them in carbonite so that Sonic, is, or for the J character, is throwing up, his hand sign. He's throwing up horns. Is his tongue sticking out? He was frozen that way. Meanwhile, Silent Bob is frozen with a cigarette in his hand, and smoke is frozen in carbonite too. So
Vintage Bob, because I think in the movies they even had him quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. So this is old school. Yeah. And so then he gets thawed out. They get thawed out, and they come to them, and they're the ones that are going to come up with the plan to fight off the Rip-Off Star, which is the name of the star basis coming for them. So
that's amazing. Who's the artist on this?
He's the same artist I work with for OPSEC. His name is Matteo Mascherowski, and he lives in Argentina. So, and he absolutely loves this project. He wants to just keep
those
going
two
with
pages
it.
ever come up for sale, man. I may have to put myself forever in debt to obtain those.
Hey, you may be able to get like a free ash can at least, and some other stuff from me. So, and yes, we are doing a retail. Once we get closer, I could give you the details, but we're doing a retail
give me the
on
details,
stuff.
because like I said, I'm going to do what I did for a fellow Crusader, and I have you talk to my boys over at the Secret Stash.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make promises, but I'll give you all. I'll give you Kevin's talent agent contact, and maybe you can even get him a copy of the book to review, and maybe you can get one of those blurbs on the back.
Yeah, I would love that. In fact, to be honest with you, even if it wasn't a review, I would just love to, get his response, because I love his work, all of his work, and I love Jay and Silent
Well,
Bob.
you're preaching to the choir with me, so.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jay and Silent Bob in a way that, in a manly way, but I love them, and I can't wait. I mean, just the pictures. I forget. I'd have to look at the script again, but I think at one point when they ask Jay, so they ask Chronic or Sonic to come up with the plan for the ripoff star. It's like, yeah, boy, I'm gonna rip that ripoff star a new hole like I was cornholing it or something like that. So,
It's great, man. I also can't believe that Mallrats is now 30. He's 30 years old.
So it's like, if I could just know that, either Kevin Smith or Jason Mewes saw it, I would be happy, man. So it would be cool because,
Yeah, like I said, I'll do everything in my power to help out with that. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be at ChronicCon this year. By the time I was just like, maybe, and then I started being a responsible adult, which is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
And then this week I'm kind of regretting the decision, but I know I did the right thing. So next year for ChronicCon, when it's more within budgetary means.
Yeah.
Plus it's with Kevin's events, it's kind of the Ringling Barely Circus type thing, where it's basically that same. It's the Exotica business model of it's the same event, you just bring it to different cities and tweak it just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that, he's just been so busy and everything he's doing, and he's gearing up for all the other stuff. But
yeah.
Like I said, I've always been just a big fan of his work. So
yeah. So outside of Space Monkeys, what else do you got going on?
Well, real quick before we get off Space Monkeys, I threw up something else to present. This is the variant cover we have, and we're doing merch and other stuff around it. I don't know if JD.
Who did this variant?
It's an artist named Lou Pons. So she's from Austin. So
where would that be? I don't know if I have that in the lineup.
No, he's just showing up as it on his end.
Yeah.
Can you send us JD in the private chat?
Sure.
And we have JD throw that up.
Yeah, man.
Can
you
does it work that way? No, that's a movie. You don't want to pull up an entire movie. I downloaded the Toxic Avenger for somebody.
Oh yeah.
Old school Toxic Avenger?
No, the new ones. They wanted the new one. But if you want to see the Toxic Avenger in the private chat, you've got the link to it. You feel free to go look at it. So
you know what?
Right.
I might do that. I'm a little scared, to be honest.
I can't find it, so it's cool. It's really cool. We're doing some stuff. It's an awesome cover. I asked her to do a cover for me, and she said, "Well, how do you want me to do it?" And I said, "Well, or what do you want me to draw?" I said, "Well, I'll give you the script to read." And she loved the script, and she was like, "I don't know what to do." I said, "Well, whatever, get your, go, whatever, you feel like drawing." She's like, "Well, I think I want to do something like the old Star Wars novels." So she did this whole cover that looks like the cover of the old Star Wars novels, like the Han Solo trilogy and stuff, with all of the characters are on there. All of them. I was just like, holy crap. It was it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So, and one of the things we're doing once it goes live and I figure out the JavaScript and everything is on our pre-launch, if you sign up and you do a reservation, so it's like a $1 reservation for the sign up, you get 15% off the first day of the launch, and you get a free print of that cover, and you get a backpack keychain. So it's a $6 value in merch plus 15% off on day one. So
that's awesome sauce.
Yeah.
That is cool. So outside of Space Monkeys, what else do you have going on?
Oh, all right. So let's see. I am going to be writing 2 short stories for a magazine that are based on holidays that will be
Amazon, shut up. Amazon, shut up.
those will be published next year, and they're both horror stories. So I can't give away obviously what they're about, but I'll say that one of them is about Valentine's Day, and it's based off a classic Tales from the Crypt episode. So, and that's all I'll
I know which
say.
episode you're talking about.
Yeah, and then the other one is based off of going back to school and all of the creepy crawly germies that the kiddies bring with them every year. So, and they're both horror stories. So I've got that going on, and then I am writing a horror story that's going to be in the trade collection of Path of the Pale Rider. And it's a horror story about a unique character that I created called Taco Feo. So that is his name. So that's another horror story. It's kind of a Western that'll be in. And then the Everlasting Project, I'm still working on the novels when I get a chance to get the next novel out. I'm kind of writing 4 novels at the same time, which is probably not the smartest thing in the world, but I'm kind of like going back and forth and writing chapters in 4 different novels at the same time. So probably what's going to happen is somewhere down the line, I'm going to have 4 books that are going to come out in rapid succession. So that's going on. I've written the script for Space Monkeys 2 and for Phoenix Throne number 2. So those are done. OPSEC number 4 script is done and is waiting to be drawn. And anything else? Yeah, and I'm working on my own collection for kids, well, like young adults, of a collection of short stories about different horror monsters.
Adults? You're talking, I say, from like 14 to 17?
Probably anybody 14 and up. So, it's a collection of stories I want to write about different crypto creatures from around the planet. But they're all like ones that are scary. And it's kind of like another one that's kind of an homage to Mike Mignola and Hellboy, because one of the things I loved about Hellboy is that guy introduced me to so many things I had never heard about before in the Hellboy comics. And so now I want to write short stories about a lot of those things, plus other stuff like Skunk Ape. One of the stories in there is about Skunk Ape, or the Wendigo, or the Penangalan, which is from Hellboy, is in there, which is, if you've never heard of the Penangalan, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, that Indonesian vampire, that pulls itself out of its own body and it has the entrails hanging down and everything. It's like crazy. It's absolutely insane. So all sorts of cool stuff like that. There's like all sorts of weird shit around the world that I want to write about and introduce kids to. It's like, here,
That's
kids.
awesome.
So
that is awesome. So what advice do you give to someone just starting out?
For writing?
Yeah, for writing.
Well, I think the biggest thing, and in fact, I know it's the biggest thing. The biggest thing that I could say for you to, starting out writing, is to make sure that you read. Read as much as possible, because whether you know it or not, when you read stuff, even if it's bad stuff, you're figuring out what you like, how you like to write, what your voice is, the different writers that you'll take inspiration from. Like, one of my favorite writers is Douglas Adams, who did Love and Dark Tea Time of the Soul. He did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So a lot of my style when I write, especially if I'm writing stuff that's funny, is influenced by Douglas Adams. So that's the one big one is read. Read. When I was a kid, I was always reading. The other one is just write, and this is what I had to learn, is like, just write and get it out of your head, and do not edit while you write.
That's awesome advice.
Yeah.
I tried doing that, and before I knew it, it's like, I think I just talked myself out of writing this now. Fuck.
Yeah. Or you get stuck on the same thing over and over and over again. And I say that from experience, and that the first novel I wrote, the first 4 pages, I was writing those 4 pages for like 8 months. So because I kept going back and changing and refining and everything. And it's like, I like those 4 pages, but they're not that good, So it's like, get it out of your head first. And then I guess the final thing I would tell people, and this is a hard one, because editors are expensive, but get an editor. A good editor on anything is invaluable. When you're a writer or an artist or anybody else, but I could say as a writer, when you're a writer, everything you write is the best thing ever written, unless it's the worst thing ever written. It's one of the two. You're either hot or cold on your stuff. And usually it's never as good as you think it is, and it's never as bad as you think it is. So you need somebody else to read it, and somebody who's not afraid to tell you really, what their opinion is and what they think could be good or bad. I mean, I'm lucky. My wife, she doesn't pull any punches. She'll read some of my stuff sometimes, and she's like, "This stinks." I'm like, "Okay, well, thank you." So, but
Yeah. So I know you said you spend spare time catching up on shows and what are you currently binging at the moment?
Well, one of the things I'm binging, unfortunately, it's going to be done tomorrow, is Peacemaker. So I'm kind of sad because that means I've got to wait if they do a season 3.
Check out some Gen V.
Huh?
And Gen V, the spin-off of The Boys with all the hot chicks in it.
I haven't caught up on The Boys. I may do that though. So, but yeah, I've been watching that. I've been watching. What else did I watch? I watched the new Superman movie. I watched the new Fantastic Four movie. We had talked about that. I'm going to be watching Weapons and the new Conjuring movie soon. So I got those so I can watch those.
Weapons.
Yeah. I've been binging old anime again though. So I got a deal on Crunchyroll, and so I've been enjoying anime, and I've been enjoying this one anime. I don't know how much you are into anime, but there's this one that I think that you would find absolutely hilarious. It's called Shimoneta. And the subtitle is How to Laugh in a World Where Dirty Jokes Are Illegal, or something like that,
I may have to check that out just for the premise.
Yeah, it's basically this high school girl who creates a terrorist organization because Japan has become uptight, and her whole goal is to reintroduce porn and dirty talk and all sorts of stuff to
awesome
Japan.
Sauce.
Yeah,
I have to check that out.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, if JV can please bring up the Gen V image. I just want to say without spoiling anything, that Gen V has been my Wednesday night, favorite thing to watch. And once again, without spoiling it, I like the way they pay respects to Chance. God rest his soul. Very unfortunate accident. I also want to say that Maddie Phillips has one of the sexiest voices in all television. I mean, it's not Will Holland sexy, but it's a close second. Trust me, that's a high honor on this channel. Because Will Holland is still my future wife. I don't care what anybody says, and that's in mainstream Hollywood, by the way. I'm waiting for my older brother to find pictures from Heroes and Villains Fest and the Atlantic City Boardwalk Con from the 2015 to 2018 circuit for all my pictures with Willa. Just really enjoy where they're taking the show, and I think JD, when you catch up, you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
So, what is this show about?
Gen V, it's a spinoff of The Boys.
Oh, okay.
It's the one where they're all in the heroes in the superpowered college. Got
Cool.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the first season's great. I'm hoping when I get a chance to sit down, like I'm impressed with the story. Obviously, there was somebody who passed away in a motorcycle accident from the show. Maybe a couple months. No, I would say maybe 6, 7 months in. So the fact that they're honoring him throughout the whole story,
Yeah, they actually did it in such a classy way that I was just like, wow, where it even makes sense within the show.
I can't wait, man. I might start watching tonight, and then
Yeah, like I said, because before season 2, I binged the entire season 1 within a day,
right.
and that's usually not like me. I was like, wow, I'm really, someone who's who always related losing his sight to having superpowers. There's something about this show more than any other comic book show that just really hits me.
Cool.
Not my luck, I would get the evil mentor who would just kill me at the end, but that's besides the point.
Speaking of superheroes, that's the other thing I'm watching right now. So I binged all of My Hero Academia again because the new season just dropped, the final season. So,
You're
or
doing the final season of that? Wow.
the episode 1 of the final season dropped last week. So I binged all the way through it.
All right. JV, can you bring up the Peacemaker poster?
Heck yeah.
Because I know JV is still on episode 4. I'm caught up. Are you caught up, Dave? Or
Yeah. I'm waiting for tomorrow night for
without spoiling
episode 8.
anything, did you ever think in a million years at this point John Cena would be the face of the DCU?
No. And I will also say, and this is without spoiling anything, but John Cena's acting as this season goes along just keeps getting better and better and better.
That's what I've been saying. I've said it to him personally on social media, where it got a thumbs up from him and James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 or 3 anything from episode 4 up as far as his acting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy shit! I would never think in a million years that the person who made that piece of shit movie, The Marine, in fact, 2 of them, because Roger Patrick was in The Marine as well, would be the acting would be this great.
Yeah, it's really, really good, and I've been enjoying this season. I'm kind of curious where they go from here, but yeah, I'm really, really liking it, and
I know, and this isn't a spoiler. It's over the internet that tomorrow night will lead into a little bit of Supergirl.
Yeah.
And Man of Tomorrow, and it will continue to start spreading little seeds for Batman as well.
Yeah, I do know that it's just they've got me where I want more DC stuff now all the time. So I'm like, I'm ready for more, and I'm like, so that's cool. And there is a lot of stuff that's been coming out that I've been watching. Like, I finished it a while ago, but like the new season of Wednesday, I watched that, and I really, really enjoyed that. I love that show.
Still haven't even watched season 1 of it.
Really? Yeah, I love that show.
This wasn't my thing at the time, and that's all I know from it is the Wednesday dance.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple, comic book variants with Wednesday with titties on them, and I think someone did a porn parody somewhere.
I've been an Addams Family fan forever. Love Addams Family. Love goth stuff. I will just say that occasionally Mrs. Nim dresses up as Morticia Addams, and we'll leave it at that.
Shout out to Mrs. Nim.
Yeah, and
thank you for letting me kidnap your husband every now and then.
And no, but I love Addams Family, so I love that. I'm intrigued by Tron Ares that comes out this week. I kind of want to see that.
Me too, actually.
Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to December and the new Fallout series, Fallout season coming out. So
that starts in the set. Okay, that gives me a little bit of time to catch up.
Yeah. So
same. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, I know one of the things I want to watch and haven't watched yet, and I don't you know, I'm trying to avoid spoilers. Is I want to watch Marvel Zombies, so I want to see that. Check that out.
I watched all 4 episodes all in one sitting,
Yeah.
and my only complaint, and this doesn't really spoil anything, I kind of wish they did a little bit more from the comic book source material than they did the MCU in the What If episode.
Okay.
But outside of that, for Disney/Marvel, for the amount of violence and gore that was in it, I was like, holy shit, Mickey Mouse was letting everything go.
I'll tell you what I did watch. Speaking of Mickey Mouse. So remember a few years back, they made Pooh Blood and Honey?
Yep.
Because Pooh went...
yeah, because Pooh is in the public domain. You can do whatever you want with him.
Right. So you know what movie came out about a month ago that I watched, and everybody was horrified that I was laughing at it so hard, but I think it's hilarious. A new movie came out from the same people behind Pooh Blood and Honey called Bambi: The Reckoning. So
Jesus Christ. Yeah, because Bambi's now in public domain too, isn't it?
Yeah. So Bambi is a horrific badass monster in this movie. So
that's awesome.
We're talking like a Bambi that makes a moose look small at one point, you know? So I was dying. I was laughing so hard. The kills are good. You know, it's like, I don't know. I mean, as a horror movie fan, I kind of laugh at stuff sometimes that other people wouldn't laugh at anyway. But
yeah, so it can't be any worse than Popeye's Revenge, which
no.
I found entertaining, or the Pooh versus Willie, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. Actually, there's supposed to be a video game coming out with Steamboat Willie. It's supposed to be incredibly, incredibly violent. So I don't know. I just find it hilarious.
Yeah,
you know, now
I'm surprised that now that a lot of these characters are in public domain, the shit that's coming out.
I will tell you something I wrote. I can't tell you what it is because it's not out yet. And there's several things of mine that aren't out yet, but something I wrote features Winnie the Pooh getting his ass kicked severely. So
good. I hope him and Tigger are both getting the shit kicked out of them. Pooh and Tigger and their honey.
Oh man.
So, you ever see the episode of South Park with Winnie the Pooh?
I remember it. I don't know. I remember
so one where
like,
they're
vaguely.
Over in China, and Pooh gets in trouble for making fun of the Chinese government, and Mickey Mouse is just like,
yes. Okay, now I remember. Oh my god. So.
Because Pooh is nothing but problems.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be like Xi Jinping or something like that. So.
Yeah. It's what gets South Park banned in China permanently.
I love it.
Watch this. I don't know if you're watching. If I were the two of you are watching that, but this season of South Park has been vintage South Park. They've taken the prisoners. You can tell they're having a blast, and it's just been a great season.
Yeah, I haven't been watching that. I did watch the new season of King of the Hill that dropped. So
I'm only 4 episodes in, and I have a love-hate relationship with the show.
It gets better. I'll say that.
I like how the show, it makes you feel like no time has passed and 15 years have passed at the same time.
Yeah. I watched the first half. And I gave a mini review of the first half, and I was like, I don't know about this show. You know, it's like, it just doesn't have the same feel to it. And then I think in the second half of the season, they really found their legs, and like everything came full circle and it came together. So that by the end of the season, when I watched it, I was really happy and I was like ready for the next season. But it took a while for me because I was like,
sure. And then it's like there are a lot of cast members who are no longer with us. I was happy that they wrote Leanne out of the show and did not try to recast Brittany Murphy.
Yeah, and you couldn't. I mean, there's no way you could recast Lucky either. You know, I mean, he is Tom Petty, so
Yeah, so there are times when watching the show, you do like holy shit, a lot of time has passed.
yeah.
But what I love about
unfortunately,
Mike Judge, whether it's King of the Hill or whether it's Beavis and Butthead,
yeah.
he found a way to keep the show nostalgic and current at the same time.
Unfortunately, during the recording of that season, or like right after it, a couple of the current cast members died. So the guy who voiced Dale Gribble died, and then the guy who did John Redcord got stabbed.
Yeah, I know. God rest both their souls, because like I said, I purposely upgraded my Disney for Hulu just for King of the Hill and Futurama.
I don't know what I've done, but our cable company, which sucks ass, but the one thing they did right is they were like, "Oh, you have cable with us? Okay, here," and they like gave us Hulu, Disney, ESPN, HBO, Paramount, AMC, and like 3 other things, all for free. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, all right. So
that's a good ass deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
hey, JD, what is next on the hit list?
To my knowledge, it would be if we're going left, it's the birthday stuff. And then if we're going right, it's the vintage Playboy magazine cover.
Yeah, let's go with the Playboy cover.
How vintage are we talking here?
1995, October 1995. This is Pamela Anderson's rookie issue. It also has a centerfold featuring Growing Pains starlet Julia McCullough.
I remember that.
Sister in Growing Pains. The reason I bring it up is because at the Big Apple Comic-Con happening on November 22nd at the New Yorker Hotel, which me and my partner Crime Calamity Collectibles will be at. Anyone can't make it to Big Apple and wants a copy of this autographed, hit me up, because she's going to be one of the featured guests of the show. And I was talking to my buddy Michael Carbonero, who runs Big Apple Comic-Con. Shout out, Mikey. I was like, "Ooh, I can bring my Playboys." And he's like, "Yeah, but only the ones that featured Julia McKenna for this." And I'm like, "No, I'm bringing all my Playboys, bitch. I'm bringing the Lindsay Lohans. I'm bringing the Drew Barrymores."
Oh, I remember when that one came out.
At the same time when she showed, Letterman her titties on national TV.
Yeah.
But no, this one, it's Pamela Anderson's first time ever in a Playboy, which, I find fascinating. I think Pamela Anderson is the most synonymous celebrity with the magazine in its history.
Really?
She holds the record for appearances.
Yeah,
I think 14 to 15 Playboys over the years.
I hear that, but I don't know that. Well, for me personally, I don't think I would make like her synonymous with Playboy for whatever reason. So I would think of
I think it depends on what decade of Playboy you are a fan of.
Yeah.
For me, it's more that vintage 50s, 60s era where it was, of course, Marilyn Monroe is the first thing you think of.
Right.
And then, of course, Betty Page.
Yeah. See, I would think right off the top of my head, more modern though, I would go Anna Nicole Smith. So.
Oh yeah. After her appearance in 1993, she just, you know, dated, became a sugar baby to some billionaire, and then became famous.
Yeah.
You know,
So
she did a reality TV show, and the rest was history.
who else could I be? Like Erica Leniak. Leniak, is that her name?
Yeah.
So, and is it Jenna not Elfman? Gosh, what is her name? Jenny McCarthy. So.
Oh yeah, like like I said, she should have kept her sister in the basement, but that's another story.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I gotta ask you though, do you miss those old days? Like, I kind of miss it when it's like you had to wait on the next issue of whatever magazine and stuff. Instead of like now, it's just like
Yeah, you know what?
everybody just hops on the internet.
I like that with 3 magazines in particular.
Yep.
One, and I wish I don't think it would do well in today's era, but Wizard Magazine,
Okay.
Playboy, and weirdly enough, like Time Magazine.
Which one?
Not Time, excuse me, Newsweek.
Okay.
Which I've actually gone back and started collecting some of them for certain covers.
Yeah, and I miss magazines and periodicals, but for Playboy in particular, it's like I remember, especially in the Army, like everybody knew when it was like time for the new magazines to come out, and they like go around the barracks and people would see them, and like certain times people got really excited, like when Madonna was in it for the first time and everything, but. And then sometimes it was just funny stuff. Like one of the things that I became infamous for in the barracks is when we were like bored on a Saturday night and couldn't get out of the barracks, guys would give me Penthouse Forum and I would read it in different voices and act out the parts and everything. So,
that's awesome.
Like a radio show. Yeah. So it was like the Howard Penthouse Forum radio show.
That's awesome, man. We may have to resurrect that at some point here for Awesome Sauce Radio.
Absolutely.
We'll even get one of my female friends to, pitch in and help out.
Yeah, I would absolutely do it. So
sweet. We'll have to find it out for us, sometime in the future. I with no success. I've submitted to Penthouse Forums a couple times over the years.
Yeah, I mean, and remember, it wasn't just like Penthouse had the forum in the main Penthouse, but then you could also buy like the small journal size book that was nothing but letters, with certain things in it. Yeah. So.
And also one of my favorite things in comic book trivia / history that I found out in the last couple weeks. Here is an issue of Penthouse Comics. It has a Superman story drawn by Kurt Swan.
Cool.
The story is called Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex, which is a very famous sci-fi essay.
That's great.
And,
I almost want to write a horror story where a guy gets the ability to create anything he reads out loud can come to life, and he starts reading Penthouse Forum thinking it's going to be fine, but then he's just like conjuring wave after wave of like nonstop females that are wearing him out. He ends up dying from snoo or something. So,
all right, that I guess could be a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. Die a happy man, I guess. So.
All right, cool. JB, can you skip to the left and go through the birthday stuff real quick?
Absolutely.
Cool. I just want to see people celebrating their birthdays. There are 2 places I want to highlight where you can get something free for your birthday.
To people? Do you mean to yourself?
Or to anybody.
Oh, there we go.
Like if anyone is celebrating their birthday in New York City, you can go to Liberty Bagels, which has 2 locations, one on West 35th, one on West 58th. And you can get a free birthday bagel with this really delicious rainbow cream cheese.
There you go.
Nice.
Just show them your ID and you get a free bagel for your birthday.
That's
Mrs. Nim's birthday was last week. So
Yeah, I mean, also if you're in the New York City area and want a free cupcake for your birthday, and these are like normally like $8 to $10 cupcakes. Amazon, shut up. Good girl. Sprinkled Cupcakes, which has a couple locations in the city. You can get a free cupcake. And of course, my personal favorite, Chip City on West 34th Street. You can get yourself a free cookie, and I will be stopping by after New York Comic Con tomorrow to get myself my Lucky Charms cookie.
sweet.
there we go.
So, anyone celebrating a birthday, those are some spots to get some free swag for your birthday.
Nice.
Some being in one of the greatest cities in the world, NYC. So that's how that is. Because I'm torturing myself at New York Comic Con tomorrow.
Good luck to you, sir.
I'll be fine. I'll be
Yeah,
fine. I'm just not a fan of the crowd sometimes. But I
I
am
hear it.
looking forward to the cosplay.
Cool.
What's next on the hit list?
It would be the Blue Beetle cover.
Ooh.
All right. This is the 2006 Blue Beetle series. This is issue number 3. This is one of the first more modern interpretations of Peacemaker. And I was surprised. I was expecting Blue Beetle to be in season 2 at some point, but I guess not. And I still have not watched that Blue Beetle movie yet.
Oh, I like the Blue Beetle movie. I'm probably one of the only people that liked it, but I liked it. So
No, I liked it.
did you? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Plus, I like the fact that James Gunn knows that Blue Beetle and Ted Kord Blue Beetle and Peacemaker both came from the same comic company that DC Comics acquired, and he's like putting them together. So that's cool.
Yeah, I've always liked the character of Henry Remus from his introduction.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel in recent years, DC has dropped the ball with him.
Yeah.
Especially with such a big Hispanic market.
I love the Jaime Reyes one as well, and the whole cosmic theme is really cool. And honestly, not the rebirth? Was it New 52 era gets a lot of shtick from a lot of people, but one of the things
that was one of the things I thought they did right.
Yeah, especially for a lot of the smaller characters like the Animal Man series and the Hawkman series and Captain Atom and Blue Beetle.
A lot of that stuff from the New 52 is extremely underlooked.
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit, so.
I thought that, the top 3 things that the New 52 got right that wasn't Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, was Swamp Thing.
Yep.
And people don't realize that Swamp Thing was written by Scott Snyder, of all people. Of course, his Batman New 52 run got all the praise, but the Swamp Thing run, which brought the whole concept of the green and the red, very underlooked. Animal Man.
Yep. Good one.
Probably Blue Beetle or I was a fan of the Ravagers too. Just because they tried to use some of the Gen 13 characters that I wish DC and Time Warner would actually do something with.
Yeah. I will say, if you haven't read it, it's worth checking out the Captain Atom, miniseries they did for the New 52 as well. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot from the Captain Atom because I don't know, it's kind of like Captain Atom was kind of boring. And I read it and I was really digging the character. I was really upset when they canceled it and didn't do anything else with it. So
yeah, sweet. That's one of the ones I'll definitely have to check out.
Yeah. I enjoyed Hawkman in the New 52. There's a lot of stuff in the New 52 I liked. So, I'm not going to trash it. So,
like I said, it has had its ups and downs. I really didn't start getting back into DC hardcore
Hmm.
until around Rebirth.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Marvel Ultimate Universe too, though. I have a lot of time for the Ultimate Universe in Marvel as well. So, I mean, I get why people wanted to go back to the old stuff, but I thought the Ultimate and all that stuff was really cool. So I enjoyed it.
Are you reading any of the Absolute stuff right now?
I have not yet. So most of what I'm reading right now. So like I said, I haven't been to any comic shops, but I am getting comics in, and I'm trying to catch up on them. But a lot of what I'm reading is indie comics right now. So I'm trying to really focus on
Smart
that.
move.
Although, if you can hook me up on this or find a way to hook me up on this, one of the things I'm going to get a lot of shit from people because people are going to automatically assume when I say the name of this publisher, they're going to think they know why I want to read these comics. And it's not for that reason. But my comic store that closed 2 years ago used to stock these comics just for me, and then other people would buy them. But I loved reading Robin Hood, Grimm's Fairy Tales, and a
Let me
couple other
go
stuff.
from great. I'm blanking on the name of the publisher. I know exactly what you're talking about. Grim Fairy Tales.
Yep, Zenescope.
Yes, that's it. Cinescope.
Yeah. And whenever you try and bring up Zenescope comics to people, they
Oh yes, they're
automatically
known for
assume,
titty books.
yeah, but they think that's why you're reading them. And it's like, I'm not going to complain about it, but like Grimm's Fairy Tales is an awesome comic. I love Grimm's Fairy Tales, and I haven't been able to get it for 2 years. I can't find it anywhere because the stores around here that are still open refuse to carry Zenescope because they'll get boycotted because of it. So
Because you're in Cali, you should, because I know they also deliver. You should give the peeps over a Golden Apple a call.
okay.
Also, since you guys are both in California, 'cause they're only in LA, and I think they carry the full line of Cinescope books. It's been a while since I dealt with my buddies over at Golden Apple, but
You probably know this better than I do. The other publisher that I'm missing quite a bit right now, and I've missed them since COVID, and I don't know if COVID drove them out of business or what happened, but I haven't seen them anywhere. Valiant Comics. What happened to Valiant?
they're actually just they took a hiatus to fix their financial and publishing issues. And I
Okay.
know they just recently relaunched. I think they relaunched with the Harbinger series,
Okay.
and I know there's something else.
See, like I liked Exo Man of War and Bloodshot and Quantum and Woody. I mean, like a ton of Valiant stuff that I liked. They were one of my favorite publishers. So
Definitely, like I said, the only thing I remember them coming out with recently is a new Harbinger series,
okay.
and just because it was Harbinger, and now something like a Quantum and Woody or an Exo or a Bloodshot.
Pardon me.
One of the things that I grew up with
Yeah.
Valiant, back when Valiant was in its prime, when Valiant was putting me through senior year of high school, and the year when I was screwing around, being a miscreant,
Yeah.
being the pimp of pimps, getting them in trouble.
I believe, I don't know how true this is, but Cinescope might be at New York Comic Con tomorrow.
Ooh.
All right, cool. I will try to stop by the booth.
It should be 3418.
All right.
So there you go.
Like I said, see what I can do, and at the limited time that I will be at New York Comic Con tomorrow. So I'm gonna get there in the afternoon and stay to closing as my plans, or to whatever me and Calamity decide to do. Because I'm there as his guest. But before that, I am going to Liberty Bagels and getting my birthday bagel first, because that's a tradition I do every year.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that gets me though, is like, if you don't want to read a Zenescope book, that's fine, but don't judge all of us who like Zenescope books and assume you know why, and don't keep us from being able to get the book.
Oh yeah, like I have to just remember when I'm at because I do occasionally bring a box of the more mature stuff with me to shows when I'm set up selling, and I now, after learning the hard way, I had to put a box on that keep the lid in that box with a little note. Please ask or show some ID that you're at least 18 or older.
Yeah. Well, to me, and the other thing about Zenescope, you know, and I'll get off my high horse because I'm not here representing Zenescope, but it's not like it's super crazy, anything like super, you know, adult or anything in it. It's just, you know, that have some skimpy outfits, and the chicks are like
So
well
they drew
endowed.
Red Riding Hood with triple D's.
Yeah,
What?
but that's,
Well,
I mean, that's
have
it.
Goldilocks showing her ass.
Yeah,
What do you do?
it's still, you know, classic superhero stuff going on and everything.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
I mean they got some great stuff there. I think they just
yeah.
get overlooked because of the rep that they have.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
And I have gotten judged right to my face when I tell people that I'm a fan of Zenescope, and I'm like, fuck it, whatever.
So
I'm
am I.
like, okay.
Actually, I may stop because there is one or two. They always have great convention exclusives,
Mm-hmm.
and I might just want to stop. Plus, I want to build a relationship with the publisher too.
Yeah.
You know, for podcasting purposes, and I actually, you know, I actually wrote one of my first comics, which is a slice of life type thing. I'm in the process of trying to find an artist.
Oh, cool.
You know, and I may actually want to see if they have a submission process.
Very cool.
Just so I can say that my book has one of those Zenescope kitty covers.
Awesome.
You know, what do I have next in the hit list, man?
I'm gonna get you on a Vampirella cover, Adam.
Sorry, I was muted.
That's done. My and JV's good friend Sherry Noir.
Mhm.
Shout out to Sherry. I'm trying to get her on a Vampirella cover.
That'll be fine.
Very cool.
If we are not touching Absolute Batman, it would be the McDonald's Batman commercial.
Oh,
All right, let's play the commercial, and then I have a question so we can all go on a rant about something.
okay.
Boy. Okay.
The rant will make a lot more sense when we hear what McDonald's cost back in 1995.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Flying Frisbee bat displays straight from the movie. Everyone's flocking to McDonald's to get their flippers on Batman. Now, Batman returns as on a dramatic series of collector cups with flying Frisbee bat displays straight from the movie. Good. You can get your flippers on a large drink in one of 6 32-ounce collector cups at a special price when you buy any extra value meal, because what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. Gotta fly!
And the cost of a value meal back in 1992 was $3.20 some odd cents.
Wow.
You know how much? I don't know what it is in Cali, but
Yeah.
here in Jersey, a value meal with a Big Mac or chicken McNuggets or a hamburger, and French fries and a soda,
Yeah.
like $12 and some odd cents.
I mean, if you Uber Eats or DoorDash, it's 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Like I said, the last time I was at McDonald's, I was actually in the place because I had a meeting. It's like, let's just eat at McDonald's.
There you go. But
And I was thinking about eating breakfast before I went, or else I would have just gotten a $6 fucking milkshake.
Yeah, I know that like a Big Mac value meal out here in Cali is like, especially if you get a large drink, is like $13, something like that. So
No, fast food is way too high.
yeah, it's crazy. In fact, it's so expensive. It's just as expensive as going to a restaurant most of the time. So
You know, that's what's sad about it is there are a few dollars more.
Mhm.
You can go to Applebee's or Cheesecake Factory, and at least feel like you gotten something for your money.
yeah, not only that, they're making the portion smaller. So like, it's not the greatest Mexican food in the world, but like out here we have got Del Taco is like
Wow,
it's
that place still
fast.
exists.
Yeah, it's fast. So you go to Del Taco, and it used to be they had a special. You could get 2 burritos for $5, which was good. And and it was a fair amount of food, and it filled you up. Then it went up to 2 for $6. Now it's 2 for $7. Not only has it gone up $2 in the last year, but they've like shrunk how much they're putting into the burrito, and they've made the tortilla smaller so they think you don't notice, but it's like suddenly it's like you're getting 70% of what you used to get. I'm like, come on, man, come on. So it's crazy.
I noticed that when I Uber Eats Wendy's back maybe about a month ago, when the large fries, I was like, wait, this looks a little smaller than normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of Uber Eats, thank God for the $10 coupon I had for using Uber Eats for my first time. And it was still like almost $20-something.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts, man.
Which sucks, because I think the three of us are in that generation of where, fast food was the place you ate when you were broke.
Yeah. When I was in
still broke, so
yeah.
Well, I know we're still broke, but I mean but I don't know if it's because I'm about to be 52. But in the last couple of months, or especially this last year, I finally become my parents, and did I really fucking spend this amount of money when I come out of the supermarket now?
Yeah. Well,
looking at the receipt, scratching my head as I'm putting groceries away.
When I was in high school, man, we used to go eat at Taco Bell because it was the cheapest place for us to eat to get the most amount of food. So like I would scrounge up, like I would go to girls and like, and I would tell jokes and make them laugh, and then they would give me some lunch money because I didn't have any lunch money. So I get like $1.50 or $2 for lunch and go to Taco Bell. And for $2 at Taco Bell, I could get a drink, 3 tacos, and 4 bean and cheese burritos, man. So,
yep.
And now
back when Taco Bell's was actually good too.
Yeah, and now I went to Taco Bell like 8 months ago. Man, I was like, it's the most expensive place out there now. It's more expensive than all of them. I was like,
oh no,
this is Taco Bell. What are we talking about?
They just changed the recipe or something, but I mean, the food didn't taste the same either.
I was shocked, man. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you can't get a meal at Taco Bell for like less than $17-18. I'm like, get out of here. You're nuts. So
yeah. Fuck Taco Bell and its little dog.
You know what I think it is too? Maybe when I was in high school, obviously I wasn't able to do this because the wheelchair and whatnot. But I've noticed when I was in high school, you would go to lunch, but it would be like 6 or 7 of you, so you would all kind of just stay there and like maybe split too. So we don't have that kind of camaraderie anymore in the world, where we would just get a group together and like go have lunch or whatever. So that could be good as well.
I mean, even up to me in my early 30s, there'd always be when I was washing dishes at a pizzeria. There would always be that group of high school kids who would come in every day. And some of them are my best friends today. Thank for the grace of God. But
there
was together, and I'll just be like, pool their resources together.
When I would go visit Mrs. Nim, when I was in New York and she was living in New Jersey, there was a place on the Garden State Parkway. When I got on the Parkway and then took a right to go to Montville, there was this place. I don't remember what it was called, and it's gone now. But like my buddies and I would all go down, and then they would drop me off, and they'd go do other stuff, and I'd be with Nicole for the weekend. But there was this place, and we would stop for lunch, and we would order 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 pastrami sandwich, 1 order of matzo ball soup, and 1 order of fries. And I kid you not, when the 1 piece of chocolate cake came, it was like 14
Is that the
inches
place
tall.
where it's like where the size of the piece of cake is the entire plate?
Yeah. So it's like between you just ordered one of those and it could feed like 4 or 5 guys, like the whole
I
thing.
forget the name
Like,
of the place. It's still in business, and
uh,
I have not been there since like 2012-ish.
yeah, the
Where if
matzo
you order
ball.
the French fries, like the size of the French fries is like a bucket, and it's like a literal bucket.
Yeah. And the matzo ball soup came in something that looked like you could like wash your face in it. It's like this huge bowl of matzo ball soup. So yeah, it was so good. And then the other thing I remember that I loved about the East Coast and New Jersey and New York in particular, and maybe you can fill me in on this. I'm gonna be sad if the prices went up, but I remember going out to the club and then you're like a little bit drunk and you're looking for some food and we would hit White Castle and you get like 10 sliders and 4 orders of fries and so
No, whites. I can't. I know they're not as cheap as they used to be, but I don't think they were that expensive.
okay.
I think it was only a couple bucks for my driver who drives me home from one of the conventions stopped, and the thing that pisses off more than anything else, this White Castle is all automated now, even the drive-in, and it takes forever to take our order.
That was the best thing, was to go in at like 2 a.m. to the only White Castle that was still open. It'd be like, and you'd have like $6 or $7, and for $7 you could get a ton of sliders, some French fries.
Oh yeah,
and,
you could
and a
feed
couple
a
of
miniature
Cokes.
army on cheap White Castle back in the day.
Yeah.
Even though your stomach is like, really, this is the type of grease you're gonna put in my stomach.
I'll be honest with you.
Like
go
for
ahead.
me, I don't even think it was the drinking. I think it was just, you have like a mall outing or whatever it is, movies, and then you would just hit White Castle like right after, just cause. But yeah, I agree. White Castle. I mean,
I'll tell you,
it still works, but it's not as like get together as it used to be.
and don't get me wrong. I mean, I live out here in California, and I love my In-N-Out burger. But I'll be honest with you. There are times when I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I crave White Castle, man. I want White Castle so bad with those grilled onions on it, and the whole thing, and just I need me some White Castle.
I actually prefer the White Castle chicken sandwiches to the hamburgers.
Okay.
Just because I'm not, I have a reaction to onions, so
It's all good.
But In-N-Out, man, is a little slice of heaven on earth.
Oh yeah.
Well, every time I'm out on the West Coast, that's one of the first places I'll hit.
Although the only thing that makes me funny is that you know about the secret menu with In-N-Out and all that stuff, right? I'm like, how is it a secret menu when everybody knows about it? Just put it on your menu, man. It's like
yeah, I hate having to always ask for something from that. I was like, it's too much work.
Yeah. So, although I have to say, I do love me a good double with animal style with extra grilled onions and then animal style fries on the side. So
I can take or leave animal style. It's, to me, it's some type of a sauce that either I have to be in the proper mood to enjoy.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Big Mac sauce. I could be wrong though, so like
maybe
it's similar. It's similar.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's I will say there's like a mom and pop fast food place near us that's not fast at all. But as everything around us has gotten more expensive, their prices have stayed the same, so they're more affordable.
Oh, okay. So they become the popular place because of price, because they haven't raised their prices yet.
Not a lot of people know about them though. They're called Gold Star Burgers, and you go there, and it's like going back in time to the 60s type
awesome.
Place. And the food is so good, and like it's expensive. So like one of the sides you can get is like $8. You can get an order of fried mushrooms. But when I tell you, for your $8, you get a good value. You get an entire brown paper bag full of fried mushrooms for $8.
Yeah,
so
I mean, the Marcus Pizza, who generously sponsors this show. Their prices are reasonable. They did have to raise a little bit recently because of inflation, just to keep up with everyone in town, and the fact that Domino's just came into town, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But it's like two something a slice, and I'm just like,
I used to be a delivery boy.
I just remember back in high school, or even a good 10 years ago, when you could still get, like, if nothing less, a couple slices for a pizza for under $10.
I will say, I used to be a delivery driver for Domino's one summer in Boonton, in New Jersey. And man, I could tell you stories. The things you see as a delivery driver, you have to be seen to be believed. It's unimaginable what people will do or come out wearing or not wearing, and all the other stuff to get their pizza, man. So, and the tips you get too. Like, I delivered pizzas at this place this one time, and they didn't have any money, so they sent me home with 2 cases of beer. So I was like, what? So
interesting. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how accurate to real life is pizza porn? With a hot chick, blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs, has no money.
I would say
strike a special kind of deal to get her pizzas.
If you are a single delivery driver, it would probably be a 7 out of 10 and realistic. So
testify.
I will say that. And if you're near a college campus, it's probably 9.5 out of 10. So
awesome sauce. That means I did write an accurate little play.
Yeah.
I may have someone draw this way. I can, have some storyboards for one of my future scenes.
It's crazy being a delivery driver. Although that's the other thing that we're just now starting to catch up on in California, although it's nowhere near as cheap as it was, back in the day. Like in the 90s, I was floored the first time I was living on the East Coast, and somebody told me that you could order Chinese food that would be delivered to your house. I was like, well, what? What is this? What are you saying? It was like the only thing that got delivered to houses in California up until, I don't know, 2005, 2006 was pizza. If you wanted anything else, you better get your ass in the car and go get it. So
yeah, because when I lived out in Los Angeles, for 2006, that was one of the things that blew my mind, is that there was, outside of pizza, there was nothing else delivered.
Yeah. Man, I love me some Chinese food, and Chinese food on the East Coast hits different. It's really good. And then to get home and be like, just to order up, like, and the way you order it too, would be like, I want 2 number 2s, a number 5, 4 number 7s, and a 6. They know exactly. They're like, okay, you order by number. It's awesome. I miss it so much, man. So
I know, JV, we asked the question about a month ago. What's your favorite thing to order Chinese?
Oh man, it would have to be the General Tso's chicken.
That is good.
With the fried rice and some steamed dumplings, man. Yeah.
See, my favorite thing is the steamed dumplings with wonton soup and egg rolls.
Not bad. I am looking for like a dope sushi delivery place though. I've been craving sushi for a minute.
We have this place out here that we order from, and they make something called black pepper chicken, which is so good. And then I get that with egg foo young and orange chicken.
Egg foo young, bro. You touching a spot right now.
Yeah, and then some orange chicken on the side with some fried rice and egg roll. Forget about it.
Nice.
So you're gonna be full for like 48 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
But last but not least in the hit list, are you aware, Dave, were you ever a fan of the Barbed Wire comics?
I was. I am.
with the classic 1997 Pamela Anderson movie.
I
which
have seen the
may
movie.
or may not have
once.
aged very well.
Yep.
She's actually just reacquired the rights to make a new Bob Royal movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she going to produce it, or is she planning on? She's not planning
Amazon
on-
next. I think
She's
she's producing it. And I think she's
Okay.
gonna. And I pray this is not Amazon. Shut up! Don't interrupt my show, bitch.
I like. You
Amazon,
know what?
stop. Amazon, stop.
I liked a lot of those old comic book movies that were a little bit off the beaten path, like that one. I liked the Tank Girl movie. You know, I enjoyed that.
Tank Girl with Laurie Petty was I think very underrated.
Yeah. So it was
Also a
fun.
Very early movie of the Ice-T and his credits too.
Yeah. The problem with those movies, and I still think it's a problem now, is that when you mention comics to the normal people, unless it's DC or Marvel, and unless it's characters that people know from DC or Marvel, they have no idea. So they were like,
Yes, which at least in today's day and age, because of the MCU and the DCU, I will give the devil his due that the Snyderverse does have its fan base.
yeah,
There was an amazing, and I believe this is where we're at in the hit list. Are you aware there was an amazing, accurate porn parody of Barbed Wire movie?
no, I didn't know that. I did
Let's
not
check
know
this
that.
The year 2019, the Second American Civil War. The country is a war zone. This is my town, Steel Harbor, a total shithole and the last remaining safe haven in 500 miles. This is where the scum of the West come to collect. The rejects, the whores, and the lowlives. I'm their guardian against the night, their fierce protector. And with the cops, and worse, the congressionalists running things, they need all the protection they can get. These are your parents, aren't they? No.
Harold Newberry.
Why don't you guys have the same name?
Give us the hooker, or I'll blow this place to kingdom fucking come!
We need the hooker.
And then it's 2 years since I've heard from you last?
It's Colonel Pryder, the leader of the revolution. The bad guy?
What the fuck do you mean, Pryder? Pryder is dead. I killed him.
It looks like you've seen a kill.
No, but I'm about to.
No! God damn it, no!
Oh.
And that was from Dead Zone Productions. And
Cool.
I actually thought they did a good job.
Hey, every time that you've shown me one of these parody trailers or whatever, they look pretty. The production value is pretty good. So
This is one of the better ones I've have not tortured JV with over the last 2 years.
That is a fact.
I got to make sure the door is closed. I remember.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry for being a troublemaker, Mrs. Ma'am.
I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about my kids.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
We on another show, I was on there and they were watching older movies and we were reviewing them. And one of the movies was The Rocketeer. And I could not stop laughing because all I could think of is that this porn parody that I saw back in the day called The Cocketeer. So
I have not seen that in years.
Oh my God.
You know what the weird thing is? I actually think Dave Stevens was a fan of the parody too.
I just laugh. I cannot see that movie anymore. Like hear the name or anything without thinking of the parody, you know? So I just die laughing.
I haven't actually seen the movie in years.
Yeah.
like I said, ever since Dave Stevens stuff started blowing up after that documentary,
Yeah.
But like I said, I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately too. There was one on Carl Barks, and how for years he was the unknown duck artist. That's all fascinating. But where can my audience find you online, my brother?
You can find me everywhere. Let's see, X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram as Nemesis FC2, or just go to my website, which launched a while ago, nemspace.online. It's right there on, and you can find blog posts and merch and links to the new Kickstarter are going to be up there. Links to the stuff that I've got out, all of it. So go to Nemspace online. Besides just hawking the stuff that I do, I also write blogs and stuff about writing and creating and indie comics and stuff like that as well.
And occasionally he still does stuff for Comic Crusaders.
Yes. Yes.
Shout out to some punk, the reject member of the Speedy Gonzalez, Slowpug, Rodriguez, Stanley, Almega. Once again, it's not cool to make fun of him when he's not on air with me. But that makes up for the 3 or 4 really mean texts he sent me the other day.
Nude text? He sent you nude text or rude text?
Rude, crude, mean.
I was like, what is Almega sending you nude texts for, man? You don't deserve that.
He said that he was going to beat me up in New York. He was going to throw me off the top of the red stairs in Times Square.
That's not
good. But the minute he doesn't text me at all for like 2-3 weeks, and that's when I just like, and let me set up something stupid, and then it comes like an 8-hour back and forth. But
cool.
I thank you for the love and support, and
absolutely.
I am looking forward to February when Space Monkeys drops. Something I've been looking forward to quite some time. Got me hooked with the Sonic and
Blunt Might. Yep.
Got me hooked there, and we'll definitely have you on again sometime before the year's out.
I will also say that Blunt Might and Sonic, they don't just do their little mall rat scene. They get to actually do a little cock knocking at certain points. So, I'll just put that out there.
One of Mark Hamill's awesome, I think more forgotten roles. If you're not a Kevin Smith fan, is Cock Knocker.
Yeah. Oh my God. Now I'm going to have to go back.
Was not able to reprise in the Jay and Silent Bob Groovy cartoon movie, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm also a big fan, we got to get out of here, but I will say I'm a huge fan of the Clerks cartoon series as well. So
very underrated, very amazing. It's one of my best-selling DVDs, and I do have that in one of my portfolios of Over the 7 Seas collected video sets somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I sell the DVD so well, I never get to keep it long enough to watch the physical media.
Although, I think I finished the script for number 2. There's some stuff in there I don't want to talk about yet, but for number 3, I'm already thinking about, and I'm pretty sure that a character is going to make an appearance that'll be based on Randy St. James. So,
yeah. the undersung hero played by Justin Long.
Yeah.
Of Zach and Miri make a porno fame.
Oh my God, your granny panties.
Like I said, my other favorite thing from him, he does a cameo in Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I remember that.
I was just like, damn, they're tying the character in a little bit.
Yeah.
And everything in his mouth is this over the top late 80s, early 90s gay joke.
Yeah. And then Brandon Roth is hilarious as Zach and Miri too. That whole movie is hilarious. I'm gonna have to go watch some Kevin Smith stuff
Like I said,
later. So.
I might actually watch an episode of the Clerks animated series because it's been forever.
Yeah.
JV, where can everyone find you online, my brother?
Hey, if you want to follow me, I'm pretty much everywhere at I am JV Wheels. I am JV Wheels, of course.
Yep. And everyone, you can catch me over at Instagram at the Real Blind Adam, and X at the Comic Pimp, Minivids Blind Adam, eBay Blind Adam, TikTok at the Real Blind Adam, Whatnot Comic Pimp VIP. And remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. To everyone, have a great New York Comic Con weekend. Exotica is 2 weeks away, October 24th through the 26th at the New Jersey Expo Center. Cannot wait. And as always, big shout out and love to DeMarco's Pizza, 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey 07421, 973-728-91344. Tell them I sent you. Blind Adam out.